In this video, I am going to show you how to do your title and credit page for your animation. So first, I'm going to start with the credit page. I like getting that one over with because it's not quite as creative and fun. I'm using the little gray bar down here to move all the way over to the right, and I'm on the very last page. It even says the end. I click on the three dots and click on Add a Page. And that gives me a nice, completely blank, empty page. Then I go to Background, and I'm going to just add a solid color, and I want it to be a color that will go with the rest of my animation. And if you look at my colors here, overwhelmingly, you see a lot of green. So I'm going to go up here and type in green, and I'm just going to look for a solid green. Okay, because there's going to be a lot of writing and a lot of words on here, and I want people to be able to read it. Then I'm going to go up here and open a new tab and go to Ms. Thompson's website. So I click on the shortcut, and then right here is where I left the template for you so that you can create your credit page. So I'm going to put my cursor in front of the word story, hold down my mouse button, and pull down and to the right. Then I put it on top of the blue, right click, and copy. Now, if you didn't quite get that, you can rewind it and watch it again as many times as you need to. Then I go back to this, I right click and paste. And now I have all that writing on there. Then I can go in and I can just edit it. For story, I would put the person that wrote the story. I was going to put my son's name, but he obviously wasn't here. He's off at school. If I worked with a partner, I would put my partner's name. I'll put my son's name for that. Okay. For animation, same thing as the story. And you want to have story and animation on here. So again, if you're working by yourself, it would just be your name. If you have a partner, you would include their name. For audio, most of you are not going to have audio. Audio would be if you recorded your voice and then uploaded it onto your computer or device and put it onto your animation. So the vast majority of you are not going to have done that. So if you did not, you would just delete audio. We all need to keep Canva on here because we all used Canva. I'm literally using it right now. And then if you use remove.bg to remove any backgrounds, you need to leave that on there, okay? You also, if you got any pictures on the internet, you need to cite your source for that, meaning you need to include the website where you got that picture. So for example, I got my cage off of the internet, okay? Right here. So I would right click, copy image address, come back over here, right click and paste. Okay. And this is why I was telling you a week or so ago to bookmark anywhere that you got a picture. So if you did that, you can go to your bookmarks and hopefully you will have it, and you can, like right here, I bookmark that. I could go up and I could copy that image and I could include that on, but then I could go in here and I could include that link. I didn't put that Shiba in here, but I'm just using it as an example. Okay, so now I just want to make it look a little nicer. I'm going to, at the top, include the word credit. Make it bold, make it a little bit bigger than the other words, bring it where it's centered on the page, if you wanted to change the font or anything like that, and then I have my credit page. Okay, now I'm going to go back down to my little gray bar here at the bottom, and I'm going to go all the way to the front. Okay, and now I'm on the very, very first page. Now, once again, I'm going to hover over the three dots, click on Add a Page. Now, when you're on the front of your animation, it's going to put it on page 2, but you need your title page to be on page 1. So I'm going to take this one and just drag it over to page 2, and now I have this on page 1. Now I have a couple of options. I could go into backgrounds and I could browse and see what's in here and choose one of these backgrounds, or I could go back into elements like I did when I was designing my animation, and I could put the same background like I did here so that they match. I could do it either way. Okay, I'm going to go into backgrounds and I'm going to type in green again. And I want something that, again, will go with my animation. I have a forest theme going on, so I don't want to choose something that would have nothing to do with it. For example, this. That would be very odd to all of a sudden have, little science beakers, and that has nothing to do with it. Leaves would be good. These are also leaves, but they're a little more like what you would see a little more of a tropical area, and mine is more of a temperate forest, I think is the proper word. I just learned that last week. Leaves, zoom in of a leaf. Another one that looks a little tropical though, grass, more leaves, grass. I love this one. This one's one of my favorites. I just love how it's zoomed in. So many nice ones. Someone's a really good photographer out there. So I'm going to go with this one, right? And then I want to go to text. And they've made all kinds of cool designs for us that we can just benefit from. Sorry about that. And go ahead and use one of those. So I'm going to click on this one. And I need to make it smaller so I can fit my title, and I need to make it longer so I can fit my title. And then I'm going to begin typing. Maybe. There we go. The squirrel, fox, and the acorn. Okay, and then I would center it. And then I could even go in and I could add my squirrel and my fox. Because again, this is going to be the first impression you make. This is the first thing people will see of your animation. So you want to make a good impression. You want them to look at it and go, wow, that looks good. I'm impressed. So put my little squirrel there. Try to find my fox. And it may take you a minute because it's been a while since you originally looked those up. You could even copy them from one of your other pages. You could just right click on it and paste it. That's another option if you're having trouble finding it. All right. And then I could even add acorns. Oh, look how cute those little footprints are. I don't know that I necessarily need those, but I like them. But I'm going to delete those. All right, and so then there is my title page. So I have my title page and I have my credit page. And you want to make sure they're long enough that people can read them, especially your credit page. The judges are going to need to be able to look at it. So I like to make mine at least 7 seconds minimum. That means the least amount. It could be more than 7 seconds if you want. And you want your title page to be at least 7 seconds long. So I'm going to click on this and make it 7 seconds. And I don't think, so that way you know it's long enough that people can see it and it's not just a little blip or a flash in front of them. And I'll even click on play and let it see how it looks. Is it long enough? Is it too long? How does it look? As you can see, that worked out fine. And depending on how you're doing with time up here, you may or may not need to shorten or lengthen it. And that's pretty much it. And again, remember the title and the credit page are required elements. They are not optional. You will be disqualified from the contest if you do not have either one of them. Okay? So if you have any further questions, you know where to find me, and good luck.